This podcast contains offensive language. You have been warned, fuckers.
You're bashed. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Are we on 10 or 9?
9.
Have we almost reached the double decimals?
We almost have.
We're almost there.
And we're going to have a video podcast, and we're going to have lots of special guests. And no, I'm totally making all that up. None of that's going to happen.
Shut up with your ambitions. That's all a pipe dream.
That's too. We'll get that in post.
Yeah, no, we won't.
We don't edit
We don't edit.
anything.
I'll edit your mom.
My mom needs good editing.
She's so lonely since my dad died. Cold.
So
we have veered way off course.
Way to go. We've been in this for like 10 seconds.
yeah, we're good.
Well, anyway, I'm John Benson. That's Wesley Powell over
Hello.
there. And that's Eric, who's not here. That's Sean.
That's
Every week.
That's silent.
Every
shit.
week.
That's actually the first time.
You always look at Wes and go. You look at me. If you don't know, in podcast land, just imagine that we're sitting at a round table. And John Benson, with the sexy melodious voice that welcomes you each week, looks at me, and he forgets my name and swings his finger and goes, "My friend Wes Powell," and then he'll remember after he says Wes Powell. He'll be like, and that guy Sean, who's a semi-regular guest. And it is me.
I think at this point, you've been on more podcasts than Eric. Jeez, that guy
No.
cannot get
No,
back on.
that's
I don't think that's true. Eric's
not
only
true.
missed.
We miss you, Eric.
Yeah, where are you, Eric?
I
We
do.
miss you.
I totally miss you.
He has company this week.
That's why he had to get those floors done.
Oh,
It's all making sense now.
It's all
Yeah.
coming back to me now. Look, we're doing a little new thing
no.
where we're gonna upload show notes to a Facebook album, and we may have pictures about things we're talking about, trailers, clips, just fun stuff. We may upload some doodles that we make during the podcast on napkins if we had napkins. So yeah, check out Facebook for additional
Sean
supplements.
is full of some wonderful ideas. So yeah, we're pretty excited to implement some things.
I like how you said his name.
Sean,
Yeah, I know your name.
like
Ferguson.
that piece of shit across the table.
I remember
Big
you
steaming
called him
pile of shit.
Shern Ferguson, or how did you do that?
Sure,
It's the Swedish Chef, you know.
Oh, yes. So,
That one.
Can you say my name dramatically?
go.
This summer, Sean Ferguson.
Oh,
Wet wipes.
I love drama so much.
I feel
He
like
will chap your ass.
All right, so how was your week, Wes?
my week's been pretty good. It's been relatively uneventful. I've got some work done on my house. I got a new roof put on.
It looks
got
good.
Got
It's
some.
real good.
Well, they haven't done my fence yet, but they're supposed to work on my fence next week.
I almost didn't recognize your house.
What a janky fence.
Yeah, got a new garage door.
That's
so,
always good.
Other than that, I've been playing some video games, and I went and saw Pacific Rim. I've been playing some Muramasa on my Vita, some Jack and Daxter collection.
I was about to ask, what could you possibly be playing? Because Last of Us you're done now.
I'm
twice.
I'm working on my second playthrough through The Last of Us.
You said
so
you liked it more the second
It's cool
time.
because it's like a, what do they call it? A plus new game plus. So I get to start out with all my
your
weapons,
goodies.
and they make it so you can't upgrade
nice.
everything on your first playthrough. So I'm trying to get everything upgraded, and it's a lot less scary when you have like a badass shotgun.
Right,
So-
when you're like,
Not a
hey,
shiv. A
motherfuckers.
sharpened credit
So now I
card.
can just like
That's my favorite weapon in the game is sharpened credit card.
I wish
you
that
just-
existed.
You break it in half and then just like file it down and you're like hoping really, oh God, come on.
Go away.
it's
Fungus face.
I think my favorite New Game Plus ever was The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Yeah,
When
you did get to do that.
You get the little pajamas, so you're wearing your lobster pajamas the entire game.
I never finished that game. I got stuck on a puzzle, and something like I had to use his little flute thing, and I didn't know what to do. And so I ended up just never playing it. Like, I stopped.
Oh, man.
This was before I had internet, so it wasn't easy to, like,
That's true.
look up
Before the days of
right.
just Googling it.
Oh, I didn't get internet until, like, 2007, so...
Okay, well, then you're just a pagan.
I know.
That's...
I never finished Ocarina for that
But-
same reason. I got stuck in the water temple.
Ocarina, I had to have the game guide.
Yeah.
Luckily, my friend Chris, who loaned me the game, loaned me his guide, and it was almost like a Dead Sea Scroll. Like he gave it to, and it had been opened and closed and taped, and it was like
Warped
pages
by water and
warped by water and semen and
water.
Can
Air
I...
quotes.
I wanted to interject here for just 1 second. So,
Rude.
as you may know, I get anal about things, and
Yeah, you
so
do.
You get anal? How
As
much
in-
do you pay for that?
depends on
Is it
quality.
2 knuckles or 3?
2.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know what that means, but I'm not,
Two
I'm not
knuckles
gonna-
and my pimp.
so
This is
I'm
a
like
two
really. I get really excited about Naughty Dog games, and I had the booklet in Uncharted 2, and it got bent, like it got creased.
Just ever so slightly.
Yeah, and it was driving me insane.
It ruined the
Like,
game for you.
It almost, I'm not even kidding, like, it really upset me. It almost did. Like, I tried, like, putting it in between a towel and ironing the towel.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This was, like,
That is-
pretty pathetic.
That's how I was about my first iPhone. Like, oh, I got a smudge.
And
I'd get
it's-
obsessive. Now I'm like, I don't give a shit. Just I'll rub this thing in the dirt. Like, I don't care.
It's only, like, certain things that I get like that about, but, like, the things that I just love. Like, I love those games. Like, I think that's what... I think I've actually discovered what love is.
I want to know what love is.
It's when you'll iron.
Hold my book. Then I have a crease corner too.
Love is ironing an instruction manual for a video.
really is.
I will give you that. Yeah,
That's
So-
like
that's
I don't know,
dedication.
cleaning the sores out of someone's porous
Butthole.
back, or
Ew.
as they're suffering and moaning.
I've been
You're
together
just-
with you for 30 years, and I'm not even going to clean your pores.
Speaking of
but I will
buttholes,
iron this.
speaking of buttholes, how was your poop?
Oh, I've been eating junk for like the last week or so. What? How did this start? Oh yeah.
I picture you
I
like
went-
a goat when you say that. I've been
Yeah,
eating.
so-
I've been eating junk. It's just like
Tin
trash,
cans.
just gnawing at a tin
out behind the
can.
dumpster. Yeah.
John postponed the start of the
Ugh.
podcast due to a huge poop.
It
he
just
had
hit
to
me
take.
like a wall. I was
Well,
eating
you-
some
you broke
Little
through that
Caesars
wall.
Pizza. Yeah, I did.
Obviously,
My face was all red and strained, and I was washing my hands, and I was looking at myself like, "You look terrible."
you were ashamed.
Yeah, my skin was all red. Anyway.
So it was good.
Was
You
it
thought
good
we
for
wouldn't
you?
go there, but we went there.
Sorry.
We'll talk about poop.
Today at work, so we have a big men's restroom, and I don't know like if I should congratulate this guy or no. I was disgusted. No congratulating. He made the air in there just saturated, like thick and humid, like the Amazon, with the stench of his dump. Like I just saw these 2 combat boots in the first stall, and the whole time I was just going there for a piss, but like it was just wiping the whole time. It was,
Whoa!
you could hear it like
Damn.
sweeping through his ass hair, but like I was holding my breath the whole time. That's a
Nose up over, like the shirt up over your
I
nose.
started to do
like-
it, and I was like, "This is ridiculous." And
Just accept the smell.
Just
Did it-
bear through it. You know, after 20 seconds or whatever, you're supposed to adapt to a smell. No,
Did-
no.
The smell kept adapting like the Borg.
I'm pretty sure it burned nose hairs.
Right.
I was going to ask if it like caused any of your nose hairs to curl up.
The sear. Was it exotic and redolent with
If
spices?
there was wallpaper in there, yeah, it'd be
So-
curling up the walls. It
The
Would it-
paint's
would
like
it-
flaking off like Silent Hill
was
style.
bad.
Do you think I would have vomited? Do you think I I have a weak stomach?
I gagged a little
You do have the
Probably.
weak stomach. You were telling
because
us
the
about
air
that.
was just thick. Like it wasn't just the smell. It was warmer. Like he upped the temperature.
Oh, it was humid out today too, so it was like
Yeah.
sticky, like
This
I
was
mean, I don't
clearly-
want to single this guy out. I have taken some of those shits
We're
you're
all
talking
guilty.
about. I have done that in my own home and grossed myself out. Like, and you're not supposed to be terribly grossed out by your own shit. Like you're supposed to kind of like it. Like you kind of,
or at least be.
all right, like that's okay. It's weird, but it's
I'm
okay.
glad that's out of me now.
I'm glad it's out of me. I had that. I made that happen. But I have actually taken a dump so foul, so viscous. In its
Viscous,
texture.
that's a nice word.
I know, right? It was an oily dump.
Ooh.
And it made me feel ashamed.
Crucifix in the bathroom drawer for special occasions.
Exercising those demons.
That's
why I switched to baby wipes.
I went into a
just
bathroom
helps.
and I've seen like remnants of this
This fearsome battle.
horrible poop.
Where'd you
And,
say you worked? Because like anyone who's had to work in fast food.
Oh
or whatever,
no! Yeah,
Dude,
I worked
those
at
are
a
some
grocery
dirty
store.
things.
I worked at a
Yeah.
grocery store, and I had to clean restrooms for
Anywhere that has a
for
public
for
restroom.
the women's and the men's, and it was weird because like you would expect. I personally like to think that women don't poop, and so like when I would have to clean their
Yeah.
bathrooms, it was very very disillusioning for
They
me
poop.
because they poop real good.
They
They're-
poop real good.
And in fact, like
I've
majority-
seen some lady lumps.
the
in
majority
the
of
toilet
the
before.
time, their poop.
That's how you
smelled
know.
worse.
That's how you know you're in love with a woman when she'll poop at your house, and vice versa. Like you poop at her
Yeah.
house, you're like, I love you so much. I feel secure defiling your
with
toilet.
the door open.
Right?
Yeah.
No, God no.
Hear every grunt.
I couldn't do that.
You
Oh,
can
the
hear him
door
through the
open.
door. You don't. You don't listen.
Muffled
To
screams.
me, it's like the illusion of sound dampening when you go to the restroom at somebody's house. Like it's just drywall. How much is that really cutting out? Right? Like your agonized grunts, and then you're like scramble, like looking for
Scratching
paper.
the walls.
The wet splashing.
I
sound.
always wondered like how people got so messy. Like
It's explosive.
there was one time when I don't remember what I had eaten, but I got food poisoning. And so like if you've ever had food like I
Yeah.
thought I had it before, but
No.
I actually know what food poisoning
Yeah.
is now because it wasn't just coming out of my butthole, but
It's
it was
every
coming out
hole.
of every hole.
And it's like
But
miscut. It's black.
and it was at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Like I've never had that happen where it's like I was pooping and vomiting at the same time. So
Yeah.
like I didn't know how to handle this. So what I was sitting on my toilet and I grabbed the little trash can beside me. So like my legs were sticking straight out. I was just like
That's just
vomiting
hell. That's
into
hell.
this.
That's
What?
the black
Yeah.
plague. I mean, that's
It was the worst experience other than kidney stones that I've ever
I
had.
100% agree. I used to think I
That's a
could
serious
commiserate with
phobia.
food poisoning. I had a ham sandwich from a vegetarian place called Kashi's.
They're punishing you.
They're punishing you. So my boss when I lived in D.C. was a vegetarian, and he loved this place called Kashi's Deli. And every Friday we would order lunch from somewhere for the production meeting. So we ordered it from there. I got a Black Forest ham sandwich. Around 3:30, like
They painted your forest black.
well, yeah, it did. And I was like, oh, this is a Friday, thank God. And I'm like, oh, and I go in the bathroom, and somebody had left a downtown brown fountain, like, in the bathroom. So, like, the stall was plastered. I mean, the toilet and the walls.
How does that happen? That's what you were saying. Like, how do people get so
homeless,
messy?
homeless
Well-
people. I think it's the size of your O-ring versus the pressure pushing the poop, and
Well,
then the viscosity and
I-
the liquid nature
I will
of
say
said
when I
poop.
had
I
when
mean,
I
when you
had
eat pigeons, like,
You got to measure the
weird things happen.
centipoise of the poop.
when I did have food poisoning, I made more of a mess than I care to admit. Like I managed to keep it in the bowl, but it was like up on the sides and like it was gross. So
Yeah, I don't know. So I smelled that though, and then I had a Wes moment where I was like, and I managed to hold it in, and I somehow fought until 5:30, not using the restroom. But my stomach started. You know, when you get food poisoning, you feel feverish a little bit, and it creeps up your stomach, up your esophagus, and you start feeling like sick. And then by the time I got home, I had not stopped for Gatorade or crackers or anything like a fool. I immediately tumbled down the hill to my house because I lived on the
imagine
bottom
you
floor of a
rolling.
2-story house. And I made it to the bathroom, and it was just an eruption. It was like black water at this point because my stomach had like really.
That sounds
just
like the name of like a
painful.
cake or an ice cream, like black water eruption.
Black water eruption. It's like a pirate themed cake party at an ice cream
That
stop.
sounds like one of those dark chocolate magma cakes.
Right,
you
but
know.
not a
lava
good
cake
one.
or something. Yeah, it sounds like
yeah.
black stuff.
And
Fudge center.
it was painful, and for the next 3 days, like all I could do was sleep and shit, and like it was just everywhere. Like I'm calling people and
help.
and finally my roommate like took pity on me, and she was like,
But on the third day,
well, no, she was with her boyfriend on the first night, and I called or texted, I don't remember what, and I was just like, need Gatorade, help, like I can't leave, I'm so sick. And I'm sure she was kind of like, well, come on, really? Like, I'm out with my boyfriend, fuck this noise. But when I next woke up, I don't even remember if her coming in or not. When I woke up, there's like 2 big things of Gatorade and like some club crackers, which helped get
she
me
stood
through.
in front of you with a gas mask.
I'm sure she would have had to. We had separate bathrooms, and I would not have wished my bathroom on anyone after that weekend. But after that, like, I never ate there again, and it was all Hot Pockets at production lunches whenever we ordered from there.
Hot Pockets do that very thing to you.
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, but it's a more controlled burst. Like,
True.
I can deal with a small controlled,
And
like,
that's
blah, and it's
so, like-
gone. It's not a sickness, like bacteria got up in there and ruined your
Yeah,
shit.
how is it that might explain what I was about to ask. How is it that like if let's say you eat a Hot Pocket and you get food poisoning from the Hot Pocket, it's like it's not just the Hot Pocket that comes out. It's
Right.
like
It's
the Hot
everything.
Pocket and everything that you've had in the last 2 months.
Well,
It's like
they
stuff
don't
you didn't
actually
even
they
was
don't
in
know
there.
what causes diarrhea like at all, but food poisoning is generally a bacteria related instance in which your stomach interacts with some kind of bacteria and goes, all right, well, it's time to dump everything.
It's like
and
it
you've got
likes-
like a culture living in your stomach, and so you kind of have to start over.
They've got that button down there that requires 2 keys to turn at the same time.
Right.
You know, it's
It's like the worms from Futurama, like turn the keys and push the button, your like rectum opens. And just hell follows with it.
Open it to full gauge.
I'm never gonna unsee that now. Just the full gauge key. Open it. It's like a battleship comes through a portal and like it's your butt, and I don't know how that works, but you're dropping bombs and it's just like a torrent of lava.
below.
At one point, like you're going to the bathroom and
You
pooping, and
guys.
you turn around and look, and there's just water in the toilet. Like that's how much is coming out of your stomach. So yeah, it's.
You glad
we
you
just
asked
talked about poop for
So-
like 10 minutes.
So pooping,
Yeah.
we all do it.
We did it.
Everybody poops.
It's amazing.
There's
a
a
good
book
book.
called
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you what, I would love to hear your poop stories next episode if you've got any.
If you have any
Please,
poop
yeah.
stories,
We'll share them on the
write
air.
into getplugpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh.
That's facts.
We would love to hear
So
them.
your weekend was not
I had a good weekend.
Yeah. Tell us more
No,
about that.
that's what screwed up my gut because like I ate nothing but burgers and just crap because like a friend of mine flew all the way out here to spend the weekend and it was awesome. We went out to the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge, which is like 2 hours from here to the southwest. I always have to think which way is east and west. And that place is just like boulders and
Oh yeah, that place is fun.
grasshoppers and
Armadillos.
yeah,
Was it like really hot?
yeah, it was hot. No one was out there. It was 90-something degrees and had the whole place to ourselves. So yeah, it was fun. But it's like nothing, just normal Oklahoma for the hour and a half getting out there, and then like on the horizon you just see like these lone mountains. I guess it's where the glaciers mist whenever they pass through here or something. But like it's just this weird anomaly on the landscape. But it's really cool.
It's a border. It's like that's how they fenced us in. They were like,
It's not on the edge of Oklahoma though.
Put it
Like
up
it's
Yeah,
just
but
the middle of
Oklahoma
nowhere.
wasn't always like Oklahoma, like the demarcated state line. That was just kind of like the other states were like, okay, the geographical region right here is kind of weird. Let's put some mountains up. We'll just fence that in.
They're man-made mountains. Is that what you're saying?
You're being mean. Yeah.
That was the Indians,
Fuck
Native
it.
Americans.
That's right.
I was so politically incorrect of me. But anyway, so he got here on Friday, and we went to S&B Burgers. It was amazing. I had some Thunder Fries, which, if you don't know what that is, that consists
Okay.
of... Yeah, we're going to talk about S&B. It consists of, is it sweet potato fries or normal
No,
fries?
it's
Oh no,
normal.
it's regular fries.
Yeah.
But so you had those peanut butter fries.
Those are good.
Too.
Yeah.
Those are
2
hella
days
You,
good.
later.
do you like those?
I had those for the first time.
Elvis fry or whatever.
It's peanut butter and
Bacon,
on
yeah.
sweet potato
Yeah.
Yeah,
fries.
it's amazing.
This
Now-
guy can attest. I was slipping into a coma of
Is-
happiness, pure happiness.
I've had
yeah,
everything up there.
It was most. I'm sorry.
It's
but
called S&B Burger Joint for those
Yeah.
of you that don't know. But is it an Oklahoma thing?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So
Are there any outside Oklahoma City, or is
No.
it just here?
There's one on the south side. There's one on Automobile Alley.
Yeah.
There's one on May, and there's one going up.
There's
in
one at
Edmonds.
9th.
Wait, there's 3.
There's 3. There's
So-
there's
okay,
actually
there's
4 now. There's
The
one being
Automobile
built.
Alley, that one. That
Cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of our little gyms here in Oklahoma.
it is a great
so-
burger. We took the guys from Good Fucking Design Advice to S&B
Mm-hmm.
when they came down the last time they came to visit, and we wanted to show them
Blow their minds.
something amazing. So we took them to S&B Burgers, and then we took them to Edna's afterwards for lunch boxes, and we got them fucked up.
Have you ever had a lunchbox? Do you know what a lunchbox
You've explained
is?
it to me before.
It's a beer with there's orange juice and amaretto.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? I forget how
I
they
don't
do
do
it. They-
well with.
it's a shot
citrus
of-
and alcohol.
It's a shot of amaretto, and you
Amaretto.
drop it into the beer with the orange juice on top.
That's another. Well,
Sounds
Edna's
delicious.
is
It's
a little
freaking
hole in
amazing.
the wall. That,
One of those dangerous drinks. It's like, I don't taste anything except tastiness.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
And then the next day they were supposed to wake up and give a workshop at the
Wake
college.
up.
We were like, oops. I think I remember texting the professor that was running it. I texted her a picture of the guys from GFDA passed out on the table,
Heads stuffed in the
surrounded
toilet.
by glasses. I was like, I'm so sorry.
We showed them too good of a time.
It was too good.
We saw Pacific Rim, so I think we've
Nice.
we all saw
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, I came late, but I did come to the party.
we'll have to dig into that. What else? And we ate somewhere else. That was like, this is something Oklahoma-ish. I forget.
Chicken fried steak.
Wait, no, chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak.
I decided I've been eating garbage for the last week, and it's starting to take its toll.
Feel
So,
like it.
but I had a good weekend.
Nice.
What'd you do?
I recovered a little bit. That's a lie. I actually ended up going into work all weekend. We had a super short turnaround on a couple of commercials. One of which was for a food chain that I will not mention because I'm about to say some stuff about said food chain and I don't want to lose my job. So we did these commercials for this food chain, very short turn, and
Aren't they always?
incredibly always. And it was open air, outdoor. And then they did some shots in their kitchen, and then somebody left a window open so there's flies on the food. And of course, we all know that when you shoot food for commercials, that's not the food that anyone eats. Like, it literally is made to look good and then thrown away.
Yeah.
But the fact that a window is open, so like I had to airbrush out all these flies from this video.
Videos.
From a video, which was exciting. And then I basically worked late Friday, then worked Saturday,
So,
worked Sunday.
did you have to airbrush
Yeah.
every single frame?
Yeah, I have found, at least with After Effects,
Yeah, there's
that
gotta
is
be some
the
tricks.
best way to do it is frame by
I've
frame.
always wondered about that. Like,
You can buy like really expensive software that'll kind of mocap, but you have to take into account like the lighting and like each frame changes. So
Jeez.
it's kind of like you're animating and painting at the same time. But did that, ate a lot of crap as well, because I mean when you're working at the office over the weekend. But I did get to go I went to Cafe Saigon on Sunday for lunch and had Thai pho, which is my favorite. Like, I love over on Class, and I love going to get Thai style pho. The broth's like different than regular
Pho?
Vietnamese pho. Yeah, it's like it's basically soup. It's like a breakfast soup.
PHO?
Yeah, PHO
Okay.
with the little squiggle on top.
Oh, I had no idea it was pronounced that way.
I didn't either. I
Yeah,
always thought it was
it's-
pho.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's pho.
Good
How
to know.
ignorant of me.
Thank you for
Yeah, there you go.
educating us.
Yeah,
You
the
have-
more you know. Knowledge is power.
A little star comes across, so we had that and rocked some spring rolls. I think we're probably going to get dim sum next week, which excites me. But
Yeah, we should all do Thai food sometime.
I'm down. We can get a Penang. Can we get a Penang?
Is that on
South side. It's on it's on Penn and
yeah,
89th.
yeah, it's
the
like
bomb.
over by 240.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best place.
Yeah, that place is pretty good. There's also another one.
No, there's nothing else. It's just
No, this I can't remember exactly where it's at, but it's off of Council. Have you been there with? Never mind. We'll
10th
talk
and
about that
Council,
later.
Belu's.
No. Dang, I don't remember
like
what it's called.
Like the Bear Baloo.
Mm-hmm.
Look for the bare necessities.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I'll find out. We'll
They're
have
just
to
almost
go
never open.
do Thai food sometime.
We should have a Thai food weekend.
Yeah.
A Thai crawl.
My butthole will be
Yeah,
burning.
crawling to the bathroom.
Again, wet wipes. I'm telling you guys, that's the secret.
Oh yes.
You have to like
Gotta
poop
remember
into one of those
disinfectant.
plastic bins that you can put like hydrochloric acid in because it'll just eat right through. Otherwise, like in Breaking Bad,
Right.
eats through the
Don't
floor.
put it in the tub. Put it in this plastic
Stupid
bin.
Jesse.
We have talked about
Such an
poop
idiot.
a lot today.
So yeah,
Well,
I did
funny
a
how
lot of
food
work,
and poop
and
go hand in hand. I hope not.
when I wasn't working, I was dreaming about work. But then Monday, I left work early, and a friend of mine backed out after I had a meeting, and I ended up scoring a free ticket to Pacific Rim in the
Nice.
director's suite.
Double nice.
Which was awesome. So as I sat down to watch it, I was extremely happy because I hadn't had a weekend, and I was like, I have no expectations for this movie. So that was my whole thing, and then here we are. So I think that's probably a good indicator we're going to talk
Yeah.
about Pacific Rim.
We're gonna
Indeed.
keep it pretty spoiler free though.
No
so-
spoilers tonight.
So what did you think of it?
I got to be honest. My opinion going in was that it looked completely stupid.
Uh huh.
And after I left it, I really felt like it was the greatest Saturday morning cartoon I've
Uh-huh.
ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yes.
It was everything about the 80s that I loved
Right on. Yeah.
in live action.
Yeah, it's like if Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Transformers and several
Independence
animes.
Day and Avengers
Yeah.
and Iron Man.
I was reading this.
Funny how that works.
This review, and somebody, I can't remember what I was reading. I think it was off of CNN, but this guy was talking about how it was basically like a 48-year-old guy acting out a movie with action figures. Like
Yes.
that's like how it felt too.
It's like that,
And then he
that
picks
moment
up
from
a ship.
Spaceballs. Yeah.
And clubs it in the head.
It was
So many moments like
it
that.
was so not Guillermo del Toro or
Yeah,
GDT
I thought
as they
that.
call him.
as well.
It was really cool how fast it moved. I mean, definitely no spoilers, but there's a setup, and like the first 10 minutes is here's the history, here's why we have robots, here's the problem. Boom. Now the whole movie is solving the
See,
problem, and you're like, wow, that's totally not normal for him. Usually it's like slow and
I kinda
plotting
like
and
that they did
unfold.
that.
I loved it.
That was
It's like here is the suspension of disbelief you have to buy into for this to make any sense.
And once you
the only
do,
thing that
click.
pissed me off was that it said it's the year 2020, as in 7 years from now we're gonna have plasma cannons, and
Well,
they
as
developed-
if like
but they-
giant monsters are gonna
like the only
erupt
thing
from
holding
bottom
us
of the
back from
ocean.
that technology is
Giant monsters are
an
Everybody-
ununited humanity.
right.
right.
I don't think that's the only thing, but
I don't think
Yeah,
giant robots are possible in the next 7 years, but that's just me.
I like how they're like the dinosaurs died out because of these things. Like they came around the first time and wiped out everything, and like there was like that was the scouting party. And that was like they're just
Oh.
testing the waters. Basically, did you catch that?
no, I
Yeah.
missed.
Well,
It's like that's why the dinosaurs
actually, I
disappeared.
think it was something else, but I don't want to spoil it by saying it.
Yeah,
What I
Can-
think I heard
that was a little.
might spoil it.
See, I thought I think I'm.
What I think I heard is different than what you were saying.
No, no, no.
I'm
okay.
maybe more thinking of what Sean is.
Yeah.
Let me clarify, because it's not really a spoiler. They're just saying like the origin of the monsters coming through the what did they call it, the rift,
The rift.
or whatever. Like they're the reasons the dinosaurs died out was because they initially checked out Earth. Like the first time they visited Earth was during the time when the dinosaurs were alive. They killed them all, but they were like, this planet isn't ready yet. So
So I totally.
they want our planet.
Yeah,
That's-
I,
totally
don't know, I
different.
think I got the impression that dinosaurs were the kaiju, is what I got from what they were saying. Like the
See,
dinosaurs, that was round one.
Yeah, I thought it was the first one like that came through. It's like I guess I missed the word dinosaur completely. Like
It was all blabbering out of the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's mouth.
Oh,
You'll have to
Charlie.
see it and make
Can
your own
I do want to
decision.
say
Love
Charlie
that guy.
Day. Charlie Day is awesome.
Yeah.
That's probably why I've been watching It's Always Sunny. But also, what's his Ron Perlman as Hannibal Chow.
What a delicious tiny role.
let me
Like
just say-
he owned it.
Yeah, he kind
Owned
of
it.
he. I can't say he stole the movie because I would say it was the kaiju or the
But every second he was on screen, it was like, yes, more of this.
Yeah, I wanted more.
Jaegers.
My thing was my complaint about the movie is I actually, and I think I understand why he did this, but I actually thought that the protagonist robot, the Jaeger, Charlie Hunnams or Hunams,
I don't know.
Jaeger.
I always call him.
Yeah, right.
That's probably very
The protagonist, Gypsy Danger, is the American Jaeger.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like that design very much. It was really bland to me, kind of boring and expected. Like, I
Needed more
really loved the
stars and
Russian
stripes.
one.
Yeah.
I really loved the
Well,
Chinese one. I loved the Australian one.
I think they kind of they didn't necessarily explain that, but that was like one of the earlier prototypes.
But so was the Russian one. The Russian one was the very first one. It was a Mach 1.
Yeah.
that was
To me, I think they did it
Weighs the
because
most and-
they want everyone to feel like it's the everyman and it's the most generic, so you can relate to it a little bit better. Like, I understand the character design theory behind it,
right.
but it just felt like
I never thought about that, though, that the American one just wasn't like...
it's badass. And
Yeah, it wasn't
I-
Burka.
That
Oh,
being
Mark,
said,
right.
I felt like they showed enough of all of the Jaegers, like the robots. Like, I didn't feel like in Transformers or something where I didn't get to see enough of them. Like, I felt like I got a pretty good dose of seeing like the robots, but the kaiju, on the other hand, I would have liked to have seen more. Like, they showed them plenty, you know, but
I felt like there was too much.
really.
I think just because they all started to blur together for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Is
think-
like
yeah.
I didn't. It would be really hard for me to describe one now if I wanted to. Like, it's just kind of. I wish it would have stayed and focused on one.
There's
like,
the one at the beginning with the pointy head.
yeah
The one that breaks through the wall with the hammerhead, and then the other ones all pretty much.
That's,
Well, that's what
blur
I'm-
the
together.
crab one.
That's
and
what I
the-
was-
and the
that's what I
dream,
was getting
Her
at.
memory, whenever she's like a little girl.
Oh, the
which
crab
I gotta
one.
say,
Okay,
that
that
little
one.
girl deserves some sort of award because
Oh.
I was
That was
convinced
crying.
that she was scared.
Everybody
I thought
in
she
the
was
theater was
pooping her
laughing
pants.
at that part.
Dude, she
Really?
did look pretty ridiculous. But I mean, I was in the director's
I think
suite,
it was
so I was
because of the noises she was
lucky.
making.
Right. She was just going, but you know, that's whatever. But she was very like stricken. I felt like. But yeah, that's my only complaint about the movie. Was literally like I felt like Gypsy Danger was too generic compared to.
I liked
It's
them
the Patriots.
encouraging the whole white boy Asian girl fetish by pairing him up with like, oh, I know speak English very good. I love you so much. From second I see you, oh, you're so big and
You
strong.
know, actually, what I
You
liked about
protect
that was
me.
it wasn't like there was no like romance. I liked that. It was
It's
very
because it was more than that. It was an emotional connection on such a deep level.
well
that their
more than
minds
that bullshit
compare.
line that you're doing, but
It was kind of creepy
it
and
was
fetishish.
it was more like a cartoon
Fetishish.
though. It was very much a
Yeah, because they
cartoon.
don't kiss at the end.
In
they
the
hug.
end of cartoons, yeah. And I don't, you know, to me that's not a spoiler. You know, the idea is that you're
Yeah,
going to go
good guys
see
win.
you're going to go see a cartoon, and it's just filmed with actors instead of
Yeah.
you know cel shaded. In cartoons, that's how it rolls. You know, it's very much extremes. It's very much caricatures.
Yeah.
You look at the scientists. You know, they were
Oh, yeah.
caricatures like
The mathematician.
the
and
mathematician
biologist.
and
Yeah,
the biologist.
that
Like,
was.
I like that a lot.
that
and there's
was
some
fun.
things that don't work in live action. I think if they had gone any further over the top with those guys, they wouldn't have worked. But I felt like they were right at that edge,
Sitting on the edge of the knife.
where they could work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The scientists were
Idris
good.
Elba was awesome.
Remind me who that was.
The dude in charge, Stacker
Oh,
Pentecost.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
actually,
cool.
using his British accent. Like, he wasn't putting that on. That's his actual voice,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
really cool.
I have dug everything he's done almost since
I haven't
what
seen
was that
a
movie?
lot.
Different guy, Richie Rocka.
Rocka.
Rock was smarter than life.
Rocka.
was
Rock and Rolla.
Yeah.
Rock and Rolla. When he was Mumbles, yeah, he was
I forgot he was in there.
awesome. Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever seen him.
He was in Prometheus.
I know, but I like to pretend that movie didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Sorry, Eric. I know you liked it.
made that movie.
I read
rest
some
in
article
peace.
today on Cracked that was like 5 jobs that need to exist in Hollywood, and number 1 was like basic Googlers. Like people you just hire at minimum wage to not even be researchers, but people who just like fact check things, spend 5 seconds on Google.
Right.
Like for Prometheus, there's some line in there that's like, we're 500 million miles away from Earth. And then like immediately all these people start writing in about how that's like Jupiter is that far away. Like it's not
So-
that far away.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Exactly.
In defense of something like that, who gives a shit?
Right,
Because,
that's
like,
what they were saying,
That's like
but,
me
like-
saying, like, man, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Or,
Exactly.
like,
It
I'm
was
not
a
being-
phrase,
yeah.
but still.
Well, yeah. I mean, it just kind of depends on
The
in what context it gets said.
Yeah, I guess
If you're
so.
trying to create the science fiction and make it feel like science fact, you need to be a little more accurate. If you want to use something like "I could eat the ass out of a dead rhinoceros," which is my favorite line from Point Break,
That reminds me of Ace
You know.
Ventura.
dude, let's
The
ride some
rhino.
waves.
I should have gotten 2 of these. I could eat the ass out of a dead rhinoceros.
Oh yeah, we were at S&B
And
Burger
the-
Joint.
Yeah, and we got to see the part where Jim Carrey crawls out of a rhino's ass.
Oh.
Not only that, but like the part where
Num
they
num.
they hawk loogies on each other.
Oh.
We're like trying to eat our food, and they're just it's horrible.
Yeah, I wish the only thing that would make Pacific Rim better is if I had S&B while I was watching it.
Oh, we were at the Warren though,
I
right?
felt like I should have been wearing my gym jams and
You
eating
could
some
have got
Fruity
their
Pebbles.
sliders there. They got good burgers.
Did you guys ever watch before the Sci-Fi Channel rebranded to SYFI, but the Saturday morning anime on Sci-Fi?
No, I didn't.
They used to play like the kind of more obscure anime sci-fi movies, and this had that feeling for me. Like I sat down, and when it started going, I was like, "Holy crap! I think I've seen this before." I think I've seen it at least once or twice before, and I don't know. Like it was just exciting, knowing that there was nothing deeper than I have a robot. This is a monster.
Yeah, it was just a fun
I'm gonna
ride.
punch it in the face.
Have,
It's like Avatar, like no originality involved, but boy, did they combine a lot of things to make something cool.
did either of you see that new show on a movie
Sharknado? I think it's not that new. I think it's been out for a while.
Really? Okay, I thought it had just came out on Sci-Fi with Tara Reid.
I think it's been out for a bit.
That's like
I-
half the movies in Redbox.
Okay,
are like
yeah, I didn't know.
Abraham
Listen,
Lincoln.
Tara Reid is half in the movies in Red
I
Box.
guess my thing is like it's just been like blowing up on everything that maybe they played it recently or something. So maybe it didn't just come out.
Oh no,
but,
you're right.
um,
2013.
I kind of want to see it. It
Maybe I'm
seems
thinking
like
of Sharktopus.
it's already
Yeah.
got a sequel greenlit. So go Sci-Fi.
You know what I love about Sci-Fi Channel though is that they are ballsy when it comes to taking chances, and I wish more networks would be
Is
like
Falling
that.
Skies? That's on.
No, that's
TNT.
TNT.
Do you guys watch that?
I have it in my Netflix queue to start.
I have the first season on the Blu-ray, and it's decent. I'd like to see more.
You know, Sci-Fi has the American
Seymour
Vision of Being
Hoffman.
Human, which is an incredible show. It's actually the one instance where I will say that the American version is better than the BBC version of a show.
Oh, that reminds me. The BBC has a zombie show where it's like the premise is it's years after a zombie apocalypse, and they've discovered a cure that'll reverse you. Like it'll basically heal your brain, and like restore the connections of neurons and whatever in their universe of zombies. It's like you're alive, but it's just it rotted all these connections between your brain, making you zombie-ish. Like it drives you mad. It makes it's sort of a
Okay,
cross
so it's
between rage virus and slow zombies.
So it's closer to the 28 Days Later theory.
Yes.
That it's like rabies.
Because people will eat each other and whatever.
So you're not like half rotten like Bicycle Girl from Walking Dead.
Right. But the show is these people being rehabilitated from being zombies. So like their skin is all still white and their eyes are kind of shot out and pale.
Black.
I forget what it's called. I saw like the first 5 minutes of it. BBC put up on the web, but man, I gotta look that show up again because that was months ago. Whenever I saw that preview, it's probably out by now. I'll get back to you on that. But that looks really, really good. Like the clip was like this guy in therapy who used to be a zombie, and he's remembering like attacking a woman in a supermarket who's trying to get food, like scavenging, and like the doctor's talking to him about you're recurring these memories. That's good because your synapses are starting to reconnect.
In the Flesh.
There you go.
That's what it's called.
Is it out?
I'm
say
looking
yes.
it up right now, actually.
That show looks awesome.
I'm on Wikipedia, which I just want to throw this out real quick. When we were in high school, I'm sure you all remember, they were like, don't use Wikipedia to cite things. But Wikipedia is so accurate because there's so many nerds out there.
What were we saying at break the other day? I was like, on Wikipedia mentions
but it
nothing
wasn't
about
true.
whatever.
But what she was saying was
I read
true.
more into that, and that's total like urban legend. That, or just that people are like, haha, that sure does like make a good story. So we're gonna what was it that
You have,
bathing
to cite,
suits?
you have to cite facts.
That
Like,
the origin of the bikini was from World War II rationing of clothing. That
yeah, no.
40% less fabric, therefore the bikini. The bikini was invented in like the late 30s by a
Yeah.
French designer.
Yeah.
Come to think of it,
He had to
that
hire
sounds-
prostitutes
that
to
does
wear
sound,
it.
That does sound kind
It
of.
sounds too good to be true, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, ladies, take it off of America. Yeah.
Yeah,
He had to hire prostitutes to model it, and even then it didn't catch on at first.
I still wouldn't use Wikipedia as like a valid.
Dude, I use it all the time.
Well, I use it, and like, but if I were going to publish an article or something, I'm not going to like use that.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if you're writing a high school paper, like, you can use Wikipedia. If you're gonna write like a scientific breakdown of like cellular structure and how like some virus affects you as a human, like, you should probably doing more research beyond Wikipedia.
I don't
like,
know.
I would hope so.
I feel like Wikipedia is cheating. Like, make the kids work for it. Like, you're in
What?
school.
Dude,
That's just
they're-
humanity progressing. We're
That's-
making
yeah.
Just wait till we don't
information
have
easily
computers
accessible.
anymore because like everything
Hey,
goes to
hey,
shit.
how does the
We
Dewey Decimal System work?
don't- I don't know.
Exactly. So
What's-
come on, like,
who's Dewey?
He's this guy who came up with the decimal system. No, he's one of the
it's for the library. Like,
one of the
people
little-
like
Oh,
would
no,
do
actually,
books by the Dewey
yeah, I
Decimal
do.
No,
System.
Huey, Dewey, and
I
Louie.
know how
He's
to
one of
use-
the
I can
nephews,
use the library.
of Donald Duck.
All right.
Oh,
That's how he came into his...
segue.
let me throw this out before we segue.
Wait, let
real
me
quick.
finish my theory. And then
Mine's real quick.
he got really rich off of inventing the Dewey Decimal System, and now he swims in a big pool of money, just like his good uncle Scrooge.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
That's all I got.
I was just going to read this thing to the audience about In the Flesh.
Sweet.
It just started on March 17th of 2013. There is one series so far and 3 episodes. It's a 3-part supernatural drama series.
I know what I'm watching. I get it.
And it is set after the
Workaholics.
Rising, and it's the show's take on a zombie apocalypse and focuses on reanimated teenager Kieran Walker as he comes back into the local community. A second extended series of the show has been commissioned to be broadcast in 2014. It is unknown how many episodes it will be, but it will probably be 5 or 6.
Brits like their shows short.
They love them short, but that's the thing, they cancel them as soon as they get what they want out of it.
Excuse me. Oh, my segue.
Your turn.
No, it's like hardly worth
Drive off
mentioning
that
now.
cliff.
I was just going to say DuckTales Remastered is coming out. Like if you are in your 30s, you may have played the original DuckTales game for Nintendo, and I did, and I loved that game. And thank you for your musical talents, John.
The only thing I remember about DuckTales was that
Launchpad.
Gizmo Duck episodes
yeah.
were the bomb,
Yep.
and that the greatest spin-off of all time was Darkwing
Yes. Hells yes.
You said spin-off, and I immediately thought Tailspin.
Duck. I love Tailspin. I'm not gonna lie, I used to sit in my backyard and pretend that I was Cloud Kicker and
I
jump
had
off
the
our
action
tree fort.
figure. I had the toy, and he had the little
the bomb.
boomerang glider thing. Man, I also had Darkwing Duck. and
It's
I had
only
his
until you get
jet.
older and you realize you can't actually surf on clouds because they're just vapor.
Bears also don't
But
stand
for-
up and talk.
Shut your mouth.
I'm not even kidding a little.
What the fuck?
Disney's been lying to you.
Have you ever seen
God damn it!
the dress code explanation of Disney characters that
No
it's-
pants.
yeah, no pants. It's okay for boys not to wear pants, but
Yeah.
girl characters always have to.
Interesting.
It's
I never
true.
noticed that.
Like Winnie the Pooh, he's just going around with his shirt, no pants. He doesn't care. Pooh's just flopping around.
Actually, that's not true.
what?
Think about it for a second.
Piglet's wearing a little
Kanga,
jumper,
Kanga does not have pants.
but she's not wearing anything.
I know.
She's almost more like
I want
Pluto.
to jump in that pouch.
As in,
Get
like,
out of there, Roo.
Ew.
Yeah, so it's like Pluto and Goofy. What the hell? How come Pluto can't stand up and talk?
It's a
But
form
Goofy
of
can?
slavery.
No, it's just evolution. You know, it's like apes. to
Listen,
us.
Pluto got a lobotomy when he was very young, and he's like Goofy's second cousin or some shit.
Maybe Pluto is actually Goofy's wife.
Oh,
She had like
my theory was
I don't
always
know,
that
terrible
that
car
Yeah,
wreck.
I feel like
You
she
know,
would
one
have
of
to be-
Goofy's many terrible
So
car
she's
wrecks.
oh god.
She got the receiving end of it, went brain dead.
My theory was that Pluto was just another species of animal that was just adopted as a dog. Like, you know,
Oh boy!
exactly. Like you just find this wild, weird thing running around. And you're like, gee golly, he looks like somebody I could adopt. And you're like, wow, Mickey, okay.
I'll take you home.
Turns out he's like a rabid Mexican Chihuahua rat or something. How do we
I
get
can't
from
decide if
Pacific
that's
Rim to
Chupacabra.
here? I love it.
DuckTales. It's still in the Disney
Yeah.
universe. Of course, we could be talking about Star Wars or Marvel, and it would still be in the Disney
It's
universe.
true.
Oh. I would love to see some like really cool Marvel or Star Wars animated movies, though. Like really good ones.
Star Wars would be excellent. I could live without Marvel because
They already do a lot of Marvel.
Marvel has a
ones,
bunch
It's been
of
going on
crap.
for forever.
Yeah.
but the Marvel animated movies that I've seen haven't been that good.
No, they suck.
Yeah.
But they don't have an animation powerhouse driving it.
DC
I
seems
would love
do
to
pretty
see
well,
what
though.
if Pixar did an animated Marvel movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That would be
that could be good. I don't think they
amazing.
will. I think they'll do
They-
it with Star Wars instead because they're doing Marvel kid shows on Disney.
Yeah.
But I think for movies they need like a guaranteed draw.
Man, I don't want to see like Pixar's resources put towards something like that. Keep doing like original stuff.
I-
Well, let Walt Disney Animation do it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean
Is that
they're
who
both
did-
housed in the same.
Who did? Is that who did Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, they're solid.
Very
dude.
capable.
Like I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
John Lasseter's still in charge, as we discovered the other week when
Yeah,
we
we
were
had to pick over that for a
we
while.
were picking over. But it's Pixar and Disney are separate entities within Disney Animation, but John Lasseter runs both.
Did not know that.
So
So that's how they're getting away with doing Planes, but I guess Disney owns because
right.
Planes isn't Pixar
I think it's a joint effort between Disney Pixar.
because it didn't have Pixar's name on anything that I've seen so far, which I thought was odd because
man, I didn't
Cars
notice
Well,
and
when we looked it
Cars
up,
too?
it was anything that's Disney and Walt Disney Studios animation. It's Disney. Walt
It has
Disney
to have
Studios.
Disney sharing the.
Sharing the title
the
of
title.
Pixar's involved,
Even
so it's
if
Disney Pixar.
Pixar is the studio producing it, like and
Mhm.
creating it.
It's
Disney
Disney
still gets
Pixar.
to slap their name on.
But
it.
if it's just Disney, like it was with Wreck-It Ralph,
Mhm.
then it's just Walt Disney Animation.
Right.
That's how you know. I mean, moving forward, I imagine after this year or the next year, like once everything's out of the pipeline that was in production, going forward, it'll all be Disney.
It's
Pixar.
one of those. A rectangle is a square, but a square is not necessarily
A rectangle.
Yeah.
You have just blown my mind.
Oh.
Just kidding.
You know, I another food thing to mention. You know what actually started this whole eating garbage thing was the pretzel dogs at Sonic.
Oh,
They're so good.
my God!
You know what else is
It's,
good at
The
Sonic?
cheesy bacon pretzel dog
Yeah, the
is where it
onions
is
all over it.
at. Oh, you gotta get onions and mustard.
I ate Frito chili pie from there like 2.5 times in 1 week. I say 2.5 because one was a small and two were largest. So I actually ate there 3 times in 1 week, but I love it.
Have you tried the Frito chili wrap yet?
No, but somebody at work keeps telling me that I have to try
You gotta do it.
it. I like the
do
Oh,
it.
I guess it would still have Fritos involved.
It's a Frito
Okay.
chili pie wrapped in a
It's just like
tortilla.
extra carbs. Like I don't need the extra carbs.
Shut your mouth.
I
It's
know why I
amazing.
feel terrible.
I'll try it.
I
will
had
try it.
a breakfast burrito from there, and I was chomping on it, at lunch, and I looked out at my wrapper, and there is a
dead
collecting
rat.
pool of what looks like Papa John's grease sauce, the
Ugh.
dipping sauce, the buttery sauce or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just like this puddle. It's been dripping out the bottom of my burrito, and I hadn't noticed it until I was halfway through the thing. Because, I'm reading it myself. So
Yeah,
I'm
see,
not
I had one of those for breakfast and I felt great. I don't know. You're a delicate flower. If you were more of a fat fuck like me, like you would be having this problem. It would soak up. It would
Yeah.
soak up.
I don't have a problem with grease. It's anything anything that's spicy or acidic. I'm dead.
Think of it this way: it's dripping out of your burrito, which means it's not going in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's dripping, so you're okay.
I'm sure there was still plenty left.
If
in
it
there
drips, you'll be dripping.
Although I feel like I've just gotten a bad experience. Like I just attract that because I had one of their breakfast sandwiches a couple of months ago, and like the Texas toast was just drenched in butter. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like
gross.
they're gourmands of
yeah, but
breakfast.
that's disgusting. Like
Well, yeah, but have you ever seen the inside of a Sonic kitchen?
no,
You want to know how it's made?
no,
All right,
no.
Texas toast. There's a roller with butter on
Yep.
it. They slap it on there and hold it. And
Yep.
when they feel like it's got enough, they let it go and it takes it down and toasts it, spits it out. So that's how you get it. For my money, if I'm going to have breakfast, I generally go to McDonald's and I get the egg white delight. It's like it's the
I really like
English
that.
muffin with the white cheddar, the egg whites, and the lean ham. It's awesome.
It's
not
I
greasy.
don't like McDonald's a whole lot, but their breakfast food is awesome. Like I love their bacon, egg, and cheese.
That hash
Oh
brown.
my god, it's so good.
Yeah, try the egg white delight. Seriously, like try it. If you don't like it, I'll buy your dinner.
Okay.
The only reason I haven't gotten it seriously is because I can't bring myself to go up to the counter and say I would like an egg white delight.
You don't have to do that because they're going to ask you, "Do you want to try one of our egg white delights today?" And you go, "Yes."
Or
that never
just,
works.
You could just say, I
They're-
would like the number 7 or whatever number.
True.
They're pushing
That's
them now.
numbers.
Well, the cool thing is you can have them switch now. You can, if you
So-
want egg whites or white cheddar instead of what they come with. The egg whites are actually real egg whites. Like they actually have to griddle them.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You sure they don't just?
No, that's a legit, like that's a thing. They have to. That and the one that comes on the egg McMuffin. Those are the only two that actually are real eggs. They get cooked on the griddle. Everything else is like just poured and.
Dude, because I've seen them
microwaved.
make stuff before, and they just pull stuff out of drawers. back
I know,
there.
but they're trying to shift to be. They're still
Actually
fast
cook
food.
something.
Well, no, not to actually cook, but to give people something to choose because they know they're starting to lose that core audience.
Yeah,
There was talk, it was
tacos.
2 years ago, I think, maybe. They were talking about serving breakfast 24 hours.
They're testing that at a couple of locations.
I would kill.
I would spend so much more money there.
No,
Yeah,
and-
I just told you about a healthy option, but the best option,
Oh no.
is the. Okay, so you know they got the Southern Fried Chicken Sandwich, right?
Oh yeah, the breakfast one.
Get that, but instead of the biscuit, throw that shit away. McGriddle bun.
Ew.
It is like pancake syrup and chicken.
Gross. First of all, I don't.
Have you ever
like-
had chicken and waffles?
No, that
Okay.
sounds good. I like waffles,
we were
but I
supposed to
don't.
go to that
that's
place
what-
called
that's
like
what this tastes
Mama
like.
Sue's Chicken and Waffles or something one time.
That
Remember?
doesn't sound right. Bobos.
Bobos.
Maybe you weren't there.
Mama E's.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mama
Yeah.
E's got good chicken and waffles. But yeah, seriously, it's amazing.
My thing is, I don't like pancakes because they're soggy. Like I don't like.
And that
I like
takes me
waffles.
right
Don't eat
back
them
to
McGriddle
this
then.
Sonic
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I
Because when
want-
I eat buttered toast, I want it to go crunch as I bite into it. Not
Yeah, I
Not me.
love
This did.
waffles.
I want the sog. I like crispy bacon and soggy bread.
I'm the opposite. I like
you're so serious too.
chewy bacon
You're not
and
kidding.
crispy toast.
See, to me,
Nice
chewy
crispy
bacon's
bacon.
disgusting. Like it's
No.
fat. It's just pure fat.
But that's the part that tastes good.
No, that's the icky part.
It's like, did you like buying a steak with fat in it? Like people love.
Dude.
I don't personally, but like to pick a good steak, you pick one that's got fat in it.
No.
I don't.
You want one with marbling. Fat does
Marbling.
not make steak good.
Well,
the marbling makes
But
the steak
the
good.
marbling is
Because if
fat.
you get a bunch, it's true. But there are different types of fat. If you just buy a
It's
steak
n-
with fat on it, you're getting
Right.
like the rind on the outside. That doesn't do anything for the
You're-
flavor.
You are correct. That's what
You want a
Right.
well marbled steak.
I'll tell you though,
I should have used.
Those sweet potato fries at the peanut butter and bacon.
Fuck yes.
That bacon was chewy and fatty and wonderful.
Yeah, when it's small bits like that and chewy, I'm down. But it's just like when it's chewy, when it's strips.
Oh, yeah.
It's because it's not cooked all the way.
That's how I like it.
What's wrong with that?
It's got more
Because
flavor.
you're eating pure fat and you're complaining about eating a breakfast burrito. That's
I'll
all
eat fat on
soggy.
bacon, but I don't.
I
like a
didn't.
big
I didn't
chunk
say
of-
I had a complaint about eating pure fat. I want the texture the way I like it.
I don't want it to drip out of my burrito.
I have the opposite. I want my toast to be crispy and my bacon to be limp, But you want your toast to be
Oh,
soggy.
yeah, my bacon to be crispy.
Yeah, so
Have you ever dipped
Crispy
toast
bacon.
in coffee?
we're like two
No.
puzzle pieces
It's not
that
bad.
would just fit perfectly.
We would almost fit. Maybe. It depends on what kind of sausage you like.
I don't like sausage.
Patty or link.
I like your kind
Neither.
of sausage.
You can have my kind of sausage.
Links.
Links to where it's
Propositions
at.
being made.
Patty
here.
is just like what? It's like it's not the same thing. It got ground up and smashed into a little
Yeah.
disc.
Instead of a link.
I do
Instead
like
of kept
ground,
inside of a piece
yeah.
of plastic. Thank you. That's where I want it.
Have you been to Jimmy's Egg lately?
I've never been there.
What? Oh, you're not from here.
Right.
Oh,
So
they don't have those everywhere?
no.
No, it's an Oklahoma only thing. We gotta
No
take you to
shit.
Jimmy's Egg for breakfast.
Yeah, it's not even
down.
open at
Oh my
lunchtime,
God.
is it?
No, it's open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh, dinner time then.
And you can
I
get
love me some breakfast
you
food.
can get breakfast anytime. But they have a thing called biscuit debris, and it's 2 biscuits, open face, with gravy, sausage, ham, and cheese on it.
That sounds amazing.
I'm not crazy about
I
gravy.
love breakfast food.
But,
I could seriously.
They got another one called garbage breakfast, which is like chorizo, onions, peppers, cheese, and hash browns
That's,
on top of eggs.
that's all Southwest breakfast. I want like lots of syrup and waffles.
They got Belgian waffles.
Yeah, all right.
You can do all that
Good.
stuff too.
Good.
Yeah, they got all that. But you gotta go to Jimmy's Egg. It's excellent. They have great omelets.
Agreed.
That's kind of what their
Sweet.
thing is omelets.
For breakfast food, personally, I'm a bacon and eggs type of guy. I don't like sweet stuff. Every once in a while, I'll do waffles. I kind of liked French toast when I was a kid, but
Dude,
nah,
French toast is
I
the
can
bomb.
take it or leave it.
The French toast at Classen, was it Classen
Class
Diner?
and grill.
Classen Grill. Oh my god. It's like the Elvis French toast.
Yeah.
It's like peanut butter, bananas, French toast,
Bacon.
powdered sugar, bacon, and it's incredible. Service is generally slow, but I don't care because as soon as I get that French toast, I'm happy.
I wonder if Elvis were alive, if he'd be like, "Yeah, everybody's putting banana and bacon on stuff, and it's me."
My
yeah.
my
Well, if he
brother-
was alive, like maybe I don't know.
My brother always ate
People might
fried
be shooting
banana
up because of
sandwiches.
him too. Speaking of which, that dude from Glee died.
Yeah, I heard.
Something to do with like cocaine or
Yeah, they said it was
something.
an accidental overdose of heroin and alcohol. I'm pretty sure most overdoses are accidental, as in all overdoses are accidental.
And the fact that it's heroin, like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's
good
not like
luck. That's like,
Yeah,
that's
it's not like I
tossing a
took too
coin.
many
That's-
Tylenol and like drank a beer.
You're either gonna have a lot of fun or you're gonna die. You never really know, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be one
Yeah.
or the other. That's yeah.
I mean, I guess
Well,
how shitty is your life when you're a world famous star dating another world famous star, making lots of money? You're young, you're attractive, and you accidentally overdose on heroin and,
Well, you
and
know,
But
alcohol.
our
people
hearts
just-
go out to your friends and family and whatnot.
yeah, since you're
Seriously.
listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't feel that bad. I'm sorry. It'd be different if it was like
I've already sent
something
my heart
tragic
out.
had happened.
I've
but
already sent my heart out.
your heart out.
It's out.
My house. Mine's there.
You
It's
a
not
big
there.
Glee
Mine's,
fan?
mine's already shipped and
You're a big Glee fan. You're a Gleek.
No, I'm not really.
I'll gleek all over you.
Oh.
I've
You
never
know what
seen.
gleeking is?
I will say though, he is responsible for the only episode that I have ever loved, and it was grilled cheeses, in which he makes a grilled cheese, and the top of it looks like Jesus' face in the toast, and so he calls it grilled cheeses, and he prays to it and wishes for 3 things, and he gets the 3 things.
Nice.
Heroin,
Have you ever?
I guess heroin was one of them.
alcohol.
Have you ever made a hamburger with grilled cheeses on each side instead of
own death.
buns?
Yeah, so there's a place in Atlanta, Georgia called the Vortex,
Uh-huh.
and it's called the Therminator, and it's a double bacon cheeseburger with a grilled cheese for a bun on each side.
Oh.
And they also do it at Sean Cummings, and they
Yeah,
call
I-
it Heart Attack on a Bun.
There's a bar in Lafayette that does that. The
Yeah.
grilled cheese sandwich. It's the grilled cheese cheeseburger or something. Not as funny of a name, but
I've had a Luther Vandross before, which is Krispy Kreme's as the bun with the bacon cheeseburger in it, and that's delicious. I had that in Washington, D.C. They
That
serve them
sounds-
in the ballpark.
I love Krispy Kreme. Those are like my
But-
favorite donuts.
I don't think I could bring myself to have 2 grilled cheese sandwiches with a bacon cheeseburger in between.
That's like when I go to McDonald's.
I
I,
ate it
don't like the
once.
Big Mac sauce, but I always order a Big Mac
What?
with mustard instead because I like that extra piece of bread in the middle. Is something else?
Your face, like, what?
the mac sauce.
I don't like the Mac sauce.
The Mac sauce is where it's at. I mean, I know it's Thousand Island, but that's where it's at.
Well, it's like Thousand Island and tartar sauce and something else.
It's like Thousand Island and semen or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Apparently,
It tastes
like a world famous chef. He's just
Wolfgang Pups, like back in the back, just like jacking off into a ramekin.
That's
Gordon Ramsay.
exactly what it tastes like.
here you go, blokes.
Blue balloon. All right, welcome back. We had a little break. We had some chocolate pudding pie, courtesy of Wes, which was delicious.
So good.
And I showed John and Wes a video that I think blew all our minds. And we're going to post that video in our Facebook feed so you guys can also get your minds blown.
The future is now.
The future is now. We have invented magic and it is freaking us out. That was loud. What are you?
Sorry, my
you
headphones.
touching things?
My headphones aren't plugged in. They're still on my cell phone.
My
Sorry.
God.
My God. You have to dramatically remove your glasses when you do that.
God. Well, actually, yeah. If we had some Jurassic Park music, I'd be like,
Oh, something happened.
"Oh my God."
Clever girl.
Monitor.
Dun, 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 dun,
There you
dun, 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 dun.
Were we not recording that whole time?
No, we were recording. It just it turned.
peaked.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
recording. It just the monitor turned off for a second.
Welcome to Podcasting 101.
Yeah,
How do we do the thing with the buttons?
Dun.
So,
Wrong podcast.
Was this it came in a box, right? Like Jello no bake or whatever?
It's
Because
just-
there's a King's cheesecake version
no
that
what-
is godly.
No, that's just
That's pretty
chocolate pudding, like Jello pudding, and I put 1 cup less than what you're supposed to, and then it makes pie filling, and then you put it on the crust, and then you put some whipped cream on top, and then it's like a pie. There
Right,
you go.
but like did you
I mean, the pudding came in a box.
Right,
I don't.
that's
I
what I'm
think
asking.
John's wondering
Oh.
if you bought. Did you buy
it was a
pie
Jello
kit?
no bake, and it comes with like little silver bags and says step 1, grind up or make your pie base or whatever. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, I bought the pre-made crust.
Speed that up.
I know how to make the crust, but I was lazy. I was just-
Ladies, Wes knows how to make crust.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he does.
You just take a light,
Husband
like about
that.
1 cup of flour.
a flour.
And then you take some butter and you melt the butter and you mix it together and then you put it in the oven
That's-
and then
I'll put it
then
in
you've
your
got
oven.
crust.
That sounds
there you
boring
go.
as shit. My favorite recipe is actually peanut butter pie, which is made similar to pudding pie. I make it with banana pudding though, and then I do the whipped cream, and then I take chunky peanut butter and confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, and you mix it together until it makes like the peanut butter crumbles.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you
You're
put
a
that on
wizard.
top.
I have another thing
You're
that's
a
very
wizard,
similar.
Harry. You're a wizard.
It's very similar to the pudding pie, but it's got like a layer of it's got a layer that's it's like whipped cream mixed with cream cheese and sugar. It's like 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of cream cheese, and 1 cup of whipped cream.
Yeah.
And you mix it all together, and it makes this like, it tastes pretty much like heaven. And then you put
Yeah.
a layer of chocolate over that, and then more whipped cream over that. So it's like white, black. It's like an opposite Oreo.
We're bringing all the races together for
Yeah.
this dessert.
And then it's
Beautiful,
got, like-
harmonious dessert.
It's
Across
got a
the world.
handmade, padded out crust
Wow.
because I use my hands on it,
Patted
and
with
massage
love.
it
You
in
know,
there.
but as fancy as that sounds, there's something about just regular banana pudding with slices of Nilla wafers that
Oh
just
yeah,
gets me going.
true that. That sounds. Oh, but back to this video.
Oh, right.
We were-
there was pudding in the video. That's why we got on
You could
this.
slap pudding all over a person if they're wearing a spray.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum has invented this substance called Never Wet, and you can put a base coat, couple base coats on something, and then a top coat, and it will... John, are you dying? It will repel water.
It's just that he giggled.
Never.
Water-based substances like mustard and vinegar and everything. So it's pretty amazing. They were hosing a guy down with chocolate syrup, and I think that's when we said we're putting this on the Facebook page.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they like dump a can of gravy on him, just rolls right off.
Rolls right off, which is
Crazy.
a callback to John's earlier holdup of the podcast.
Yeah, I dumped
so
a can of gravy.
You can smell it from here.
He dumped his own chocolate pudding pie.
Mom,
into
there's
my
lumps
toilet.
in the gravy.
Ew. Sassy.
Oh, yuck.
I took advantage of Steam's summer sale.
Wait, fuck, that's going on?
Oh yeah, it's been going on for a couple of days now. I just bought Tropico, like with all DLCs, Tropico 4 for $8.99. I got Left 4 Dead 2 with all the stuff from Left 4 Dead 1 for $5.
Dude, when are we going to play Left 4 Dead?
Do you have it for PC?
Yeah, I'm on Steam.
Yes, we're playing tonight or tomorrow or sometime. I'm so happy. No,
You'll have another play buddy.
yeah,
Play date.
because I
buddy.
mean, you remember. Wait, who else plays? Katie.
KT.
Yeah.
KT.
Katie's the one who got me to buy it. She's like, I actually play a game, and I was like, ooh, someone to play a game with, yay! So I bought it, and we should all roll and go through that game.
Dude, I'll totally kill some zombies.
I have a game to talk about.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really excited
Is it
about.
Left 4 Dead?
So they announced a new Ratchet and Clank game.
I'm surprised you didn't mention that earlier.
No, I was going to. I've been wanting to. I was just waiting for the right time. So
Insert myself.
So last week they announced a new traditional style Ratchet and Clank game called Into the Nexus.
That's Insomniac Games, right?
It is one of my second favorite.
When you say
developer.
traditional,
It's going to be like the the last two games they had one that was kind of like a tower defense game, and then they had one that was like a side. It's just back to the normal style.
back to the roots.
Yeah, basically. And a lot of people complained about the last two games not being that good, which they were pretty
Which
good.
would be what,
but,
like
you know.
an action adventure, 3-dimensional.
Yeah,
world?
it's like a action shooter platformer type game. I don't know, like with really cool Pixar style animations. Maybe not quite Pixar, but
I'm gonna take it easy.
really
over
funny stories. I'm really excited because I love
I hit my
Insomniac.
penis on the microphone.
Okay.
And
It's bent.
it's also coming out at $29.99, which is interesting.
That's
It's going to be a full retail game, but it's like
Very
not as
approachable
long
price point.
as like they're like a Crack in Time or some of their other.
As much as
titles,
I'd like to
so-
make fun of you, if they came out with a decent Banjo-Kazooie 3, 4, whatever, at this point, I'd be ecstatic. So, yeah, I can't really.
I've never played Banjo Kazooie.
It's
I'm
such
sure
a
I'd like it though.
Platformer.
I'm a Ratchet
If you like
and
talking
Clank
toilets,
fan.
Talking to
I-
toilets?
I don't dislike
talking toilets.
talking
Oh,
toilets,
Lago
but
the
I
toilet.
can't say that I've ever
Lago.
met one.
Then
I
you would
played
love Banjo-Kazooie.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, which involved the Great and Mighty Pooh. That's about the extent of my talking to toilets.
Man, I got a 64 emulator for my phone, and it runs like Star Fox just fine, but it won't run Conker's Bad Fur Day. So I'm actually gonna have to track down a copy of that or get it for PC.
Conker's was like the very tail end of the console.
Rare. Of,
Well, Xbox has Conker's Bad Fur Day.
what?
Yeah, dude, they
Oh,
re-released
it's a
it.
sequel. Yeah.
Well, they re-released the original game too, I believe, when they released the
Is it on
sequel.
like XBLA?
No, I think you can just buy it on Xbox.
Oh, they also
Well,
have
I'll just do
Alien
that
Omnid
then.
HD for Xbox 360.
I don't know. I think I said this last week, but I'm buying a Wii U because
Yeah,
Wind
what for?
Waker is
Oh,
now
yeah, that's right.
in
Yeah.
HD. I'm very excited about this.
We should all get DSs and play Animal Crossing.
I will not get a
I
DS.
will not.
I
do
played the
that.
original back in the day.
I've never played Animal Crossing. There
So
are a few
addicting.
games that I would play if I had a DS, but none that are like system sellers for me.
It's just like a game you spend half an hour on a day. You just unwind. Like, go buy some furniture, go fish, go talk to other town people.
So what do
collect a
you
song,
do with the furniture? Just-
Put it in your little house.
and then it just sits there.
Yeah,
and it's just
collect it.
there.
Yep.
That sounds like my
And
real
then
life.
Then it goes
Yeah.
into Tom Nook's little catalog, and you can reorder it because you've unlocked it. And
I don't
you,
get it.
You can go to your friends' towns, and you just live in this little town. It's just like The Sims, basically.
I never got into the Sims games. I'm
Understandably.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded is a multiplayer team-based shooter, but also included is his Conker's Bad Fur Day completely recreated for the Xbox with new graphics.
Sweet.
So pick that up.
What's that game? It's not Game Exchange. Although
GameStop.
there is a Game
Gamefly?
Exchange. No, it's a place that carries a bunch of old games here.
Oh, vintage stock.
Yes. I'll have
Yeah.
to check there for it.
Vintage stock
God.
is awesome.
Game Exchange. I haven't been to one of those in years.
I was surprised to see one out here.
There
'cause
used to be one in Yukon,
We have one?
Yeah.
and then it closed. Probably
Where-
because it came out here.
Where's the one?
I don't know. I just looked up like used game places the other day, and there's one in Oklahoma City. I just don't know. I didn't bother checking where because they're
It
kind of
might
like,
be at Quail Springs Mall, maybe.
Everything's
I'm looking
at
it
Quail
up right
Springs
now.
Mall.
Yeah.
Game Exchange.
Game Exchange. That's rocking. That one's gone. That's a Cane's chicken fingers or whatever. Raising Cane's now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, there used to be one in Yukon where the Mazio's is.
Raising Cane's. Oh yeah, that place is good too.
I had Mazio's like the first week I lived here. I like them. I like their pizza.
Mazio?
I like their buffet when you're in college. Once you leave college, their buffet ceases to be as awesome as you thought
But
it
it's
was.
still better than CC's.
Feces pizza?
Excuse me.
I see what you did there.
See,
I see what you did there.
yeah, you do. The thing about feces is that my goal when I eat at feces is to try and escape without having anyone say thank you for coming to feces.
Good luck.
You can't do it.
My
No.
goal is
They'll
to
ignore you when you come in, but by God, when you leave, thank you for coming to feces.
we appreciate your business.
Oh, good lord, their pizza is
My
disgusting.
goal is to eat all of the cinnamon rolls. All of them.
In one go.
My
Yeah,
goal
that's
is
a good
never
goal.
to enter
Yep.
another Feces pizza in my lifetime.
Game Exchange is on 74th Street,
I don't
Southwest.
know if you're going to be able to do that, dude.
I've been pretty good. I haven't been since
sounds like
high
Southside.
school, I think.
Yeah,
So
Southwest.
that's
Dude, I went
going on
all through college.
15 some years.
Because like we'd be pulling late nights at
Almost.
Clock Tower, and it'd be like,
Oh,
Jesus,
Clock
we need some
Tower.
food. And it's
You're
like,
in
well,
Clock Tower?
Feces is open. Yeah, I was in Clock Tower.
Can I get a fist bump?
I was Watson's last Clock Tower.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, Clock Tower is awesome. It's good times.
You were my predecessor
Was I really?
by a few years. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
was
I'm
at
trying to.
Clock Tower when it was a sundial tower.
We got drunk in that room so
oh my God!
much.
Yes. Full disclosure, like we turned that into a bachelor pad.
Yeah, that's like.
There was like wine and beer in there all the
So
time.
we had
Women in
like
song.
this. We had access, like we had a key, so it was like locked at all times, and there was a mini fridge. Clock Tower was awesome. I
That's
love
true.
Clock Tower.
That was now it's almost like a sweatshop.
Yeah, they actually like get paid for jobs now, don't they?
They get paid for materials, I believe, but they don't
Okay.
actually get paid.
Yeah, I thought they'd.
Their sole goal is to create. No, hold on. Let me.
Because
I
it's not
take this
even
back.
it's not even the Clock Tower anymore. It's like
Well, there's Clock Tower, but I think it's Clock Tower and
It's
Ink
like
Tank. And
Ink
Ink
Tank,
Tank exists to create work to promote, like raise money for the department.
okay.
And Clock Tower does work for other people.
See, I thought they were the same thing. I thought
They kind of
Ink
are.
Tank took over, like became
I think-
Clock Tower became Ink Tank. Ink
I'm
Tank.
not sure.
That's what it is, huh? Because some people were talking about it.
Watson left. Johnson took over.
There's a few people that I work with that were in Ink Tank,
Yeah,
and I was asking them about Clock Tower.
I was in the group that started Ink Tank.
Okay.
That's what. Because
So,
our package
I'm-
design class
You're
did it.
you're so lucky you got to go to school with Watson. Like that
He's
guy's
so amazing.
awesome.
I bet everyone in the podcast is like thinking, "What the fuck are those two dudes talking about?"
That's true. Yeah.
Wes and I both went to the University of Central Oklahoma a few years apart, but we were both graphic design majors, and we had a professor, Jim Watson, who is hands down the best professor you could ever hope to
Yeah,
have
for
ever
sure.
in any subject, and he was just amazing.
Yep.
He looks at the world in a totally different way. He completely challenges everything.
He
You
will
think
he will
about-
make you cry if you cry easily.
Yeah.
Like, he's not above that.
And he plays devil's advocate so well, even if that's not what
Oh.
he believes. If you throw up an opinion, he
To-
will instantly take the opposite
this
opinion
day,
to force you to
I
defend it.
Still, yeah. There was one assignment where we had to come up with like we had to come up with a card to go with the existing card deck, it's like a new suit, and I chose, instead of doing a
I
black
wore
or
your
red
mom
one,
like a suit.
I did a whole new color. I introduced a new color, and I did blue. And all I remember about that presentation was like, why blue? And I was like, well, I thought it would be a good idea to have, I just didn't have a good rationale. I tried to bullshit my answer, and I would say it, I would give him a bullshit answer, and then he'd be like, but why blue? And I'd be like, well, because no, really, but why blue? This happened probably 6 times before. I was like, I don't fucking know. And then I went and sat down.
I made him blush once. We were texting back and forth because I was running late, and I texted him and let him know I was be late. He texted me back, and so then we just kept going. I don't know. I think I said I think he said, "Oh, you're fucking God," and I'm like, "You better fucking believe it." And I made some kind of lewd joke out of it. His thing was, if you could embarrass him, he would give you an A for the semester. Like I was always trying to embarrass him because like you just could not catch this dude off guard.
No.
I mean, but like the first day of class, he'd roll in, pick some gum from under a table, and put it in his mouth and chew on it.
In his khakis and white.
And his white button down. Yeah, he
had a uniform.
So edgy.
He was great.
He was really just like, no matter what answer he gave, no matter how legit it was, he was just doing an endurance test.
He really, really was.
But you know, the
to
better
some
your
extent.
bullshit could be, because like, say, I enjoyed it because I felt like my bullshit elevated because I would have to take it to a new level to try and get him to top it, so that I could try and top it, so that he could try and top it. And he nothing was off limits. Like you could do anything you want. He talked about why fuck was such a great word, and why we should use it more in class. Like that was a whole lecture.
Oh, we had to do those neurobic exercises.
Yep.
Like I didn't have one day, so what I turned in with, or like what I said I did was went out to Denny's drunk, and that was my exercise. Like getting to experience Denny's in a different way was how I tried. I was totally
the only way,
which was a complete lie because
that's
like
Waffle House.
I went to Denny's drunk
all the time,
number of times, but what a good class and what a good experience.
You're all missing out now.
See, I didn't have those cool, like, young, hip professors who was like...
He wasn't young, dude. He was old.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was old.
That's what made him even better.
Old as balls.
Old as balls. Dude, he's nuts. He owns a lavish apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Penthouse suite or whatever in New York. And when you're traveling, if you know him, like, you can call him, he'll let you stay there.
Sweet.
He'll arrange to give you a key, and you can just stay out there for whatever, but you have to donate kitsch to his collection, tourist kitsch. It's really awesome. It's a fantastic apartment.
Have you stayed there?
I have not. I was going to go stay there, and then it didn't work out because there was another person going out, and they talked to him first.
I went to New York, and I was too afraid to ask him about his apartment, so I was kind of like hinting it, not really hinting at it.
You gotta be ballsy with
I
Watson.
know you do, and I didn't even hint at it. I was just like, so do you know any good places we like to suggest that we look at staying? And he never once mentioned his. I wouldn't expect him to. I wasn't a very
He's like,
good,
why don't you come stay with me, guy?
Yeah, he was like, well, just go on my website. We've got I've got a list of places to stay. So, which he helped me. So, which was cool. But I was too scared to ask him about his apartment. It would have been cool to stay there, though.
You know, the coolest part about New York when I went, though, I went for Christmas time, and it was Charmin had the Times Square.
Charmin.
It was the Bears, and they had the whole Times Square or whatever. They had a 2-story building, and you took these escalators up past all these cheerleaders.
Wiping their asses.
No. They were cheering. They were like encouraging you to take the ride up.
Wipe.
And then you get up there, and it's like this semicircle room of doors, and behind each door is a toilet. And they were free public toilets, so you could test out their new toilet paper. And so literally, I stood in line to take a shit, and then...
Did the homeless eventually find it?
Oh, the homeless were like living in there, but I think they put them to work. But like you would go in, and they had like the blue kind and the red kind. The blue is really soft, and the red's really strong. And you would go shit in there, and they had like dancing bears and stuff. And then when you came out, like you would pick your type that you used, and a big like light would go off. But when you came out from pooping, you flushed, a light would go on so people would know. And you come out and like they all cheer and they like jump up and down and stuff. And like, what'd you do? And I was like, I went with strong. And I ran over there and like hit the red button and took my picture and felt like a complete douche. But that's my most vivid memory of New York. It's not like the Apple Store or like the 9/11 site or anything like that. It's taking a shit in Times Square with the red bear.
You didn't go on any of those design study tours, did you?
No, I couldn't. That's silly to me.
I did go.
Was that like too pretentious? Or?
No, it was like unlike every other college student in the whole world. I actually had to work for a living because my parents didn't live here. And so I could either afford to pay tuition or go to New York for the design tour, which was basically a semester's worth of tuition.
My parents helped me out with that. Actually, well, yeah, they did. They helped me out. But I got to meet Milton Glaser.
You son of a bitch.
The guy who designed the I Heart New York.
That's how you know we're dorks.
Yep. So
I
anyway,
met
enough
Dave
about
Carson once.
you.
Yeah, I don't actually think I met him. I think I just held the door open and he kind of pushed past me. It might not even been Dave Carson. I think it was just an asshole. But I always think of Dave Carson as an asshole, so...
He looks kind of like Bruce Greenwood to me.
I think the moral of the story is I didn't actually meet Dave Carson. I just wanted to sound important.
Come to think of it.
Come to think of that, I don't actually know. I think it was just a homeless guy with like a gallon...
An upright base.
Oh,
He had a quart-gallon jar thing of piss.
Rain of the gods. Splash. Here's some for you. You're saved. Splash. That's more like it.
Well-
That's what he thought he was saying. Here's some for you, my child. All he
No,
was,
I was throwing piss on you. I'm gonna
please stop.
drip, drip. It was like R. Kelly. It was like an R. Kelly
I
music
want
video.
to pee on you.
Drip, drip, drip. Piss on you. Poop on you. Do, do, do.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
2 forms of identification. Get it all in her face, Robert. That's my Robert. Oh, this train went off the tracks.
Yeah, I
What's
think,
up?
I
So
think-
let's recap. We talked about Pacific Rim, cartoons, DuckTales, pooping, food,
Lots of pooping.
lots of pooping, lots of food, SMB,
that video thing.
that video thing with the water. We had chocolate pie pudding,
New York.
pudding pie.
New York City.
Talked about New York. Talked about our dorky design school experiences.
Leaving anything out?
I can't think of anything we're leaving out other than we would really love it if you would write in with some poop stories. And I think maybe next week
Or-
Eric will be back finally.
I think
May-
so. Yeah.
Maybe you could start at the beginning of the pooping process and tell us some of your favorite places to eat around this lovely
That's
city.
true.
You know, because poop's got to start somewhere.
I'll even take
All great
vomit
poops.
stories too.
Begin
That's
with
true.
delicious food.
Actually, what I want
Yeah.
to check the
Suggest us
most
some places to check out and eat.
is,
Because I love to eat. Because eating makes poop.
What? No, it doesn't.
We tried so hard to get a fourth wheel on this buggy
I think
this
she.
evening.
I don't know that she would have had a good time tonight.
Oh, whatever. No, it would have been fun. Katie or my sister?
Oh yeah, Katie.
Probably not.
Not if we're
Just
talking
roll
about
our
poop
eyes.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so R.I.P.D. is coming out this week.
I'm gonna try to see that this
Man,
weekend.
I don't know.
I think.
Like, if you guys all go,
I'm gonna
I'd go for the fun of like going with a group. But
I was gonna say if you guys want to go, like, let's go this weekend.
Let's go get plugged. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what's up. Plugging.
So Eric, this is your formal invite. We're going to go see Get Plugged.
And if you don't listen
Wait.
to this podcast, you should support
R.I.P.D.
us by doing so. We're not going to invite
By
you
sending
any other
money
way.
to my home address.
We just expect you to listen to the end of this when you get an invite.
If you could just show up with some pudding pops, I'd be happy.
Pudding
Yeah,
pops.
it's chocolate.
Put some pudding
I like
pops
bananas.
I'll
in
take
my
banana too.
tootie.
Banana's good.
Banana pudding pops.
Push those
Butterscotch.
pudding
I haven't had
pops.
that in a long time.
Ooh.
Sounds kind of good right
I
now.
feel like what we did was we just built a monument to our childhood today and just talked about all the shit we love.
Well, that's because of Pacific
Food,
Rim.
food.
That's like Pacific
Pacific
Rim. That's all
Rim.
that was like a.
Did you go
homage
hide in
to
a corner
cartoons.
whenever you were like a little tiny kid and you were wearing diapers to go poop? Like you go find a quiet place.
I very proudly shit in the middle of the room.
I am here.
Behold!
Wait. Do you guys actually remember pooping like when like?
No,
in your
I just
pants
saw
when
this
you were a
funny
kid?
picture Jim Gaffigan tweeted of like his little kid hiding behind some curtains and he's like, "Look who's pooping." But now that he mentions that
I
I feel like that makes sense of like,
cheer Nanook on when I see him pooping. I'm like, oh yeah,
that's
go.
my boy.
Listen,
go.
I don't think I've ever been super shy about pooping. It took me a while when I was younger to get over making the sound in public.
Yeah.
You know, with the air escaping. Some pressure has been released, but I should
The only
have
time
that
it
as part
gets
of
me,
the grinder.
so I was getting paid to poo the other day.
This is the
at work.
poocast.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We're get poo.
Get pooped.
I can see
Or get
Eric.
plugged.
I can see Eric covering his eyes.
Eric is face
Oh my
palming
God.
right now.
Now see, I take the stall closest to the door. I don't go all the way to the back. The opposite. Because statistically, that's supposed to be the cleanest stall. So, I'm doing my business. And
Did you get that from like the Bureau of Shitterstatistics.com?
I don't know,
or
probably like
something?
Uncle John's bathroom reader or something,
Okay.
which would make sense. Just reading that. Anyway, this dude broke man law and took the stall next to me, and like the next two stalls are open. You're supposed to take a stall gap.
No.
wait.
That's not man law.
That
man
might have
law
been me.
is the urinal.
I don't.
You're
yeah.
supposed to do a urinal apart.
I didn't know there was a stall law.
Should the
Because-
option be? Don't cozy up next to me. I gotta take it down.
There's a wall there.
I'm making noise.
Yeah,
No, but it's
I'm-
the noise thing.
I'm
Like,
kind of with Sean.
You can hear the noise anyways. For
I
me,
think that
it's
was.
the
I think that
urinal.
was actually me too, because I remember. I know I pooped next to you once. This either.
Yeah, but I was okay with that. You were already there or
Because-
something.
So you broke
Yeah,
man law.
that's right.
But I'm
You-
taking.
you broke man
Shoot,
law.
I did.
You did. You
But it was my
totally did.
usual stall.
It's
Now
funny
listen.
because like you start to learn each other's shoes.
Yeah,
by,
Yeah.
I saw those red chucks.
especially when we work together. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, and I wear red Converse.
I have
so-
shitter shoes.
Wait,
Like
you
I have
switch
special
shoes?
shoes that I put on to go poo, so people in the building don't know it's me.
Are you for real?
No, I'm not for real. We have private bathrooms
I believe
because God loves us and He hates you and you work for Him.
See,
But
that's
No, he
because we
really
work
hated
for
us
him.
whenever the construction guys were here for 6 months or
Oh,
whatever.
that was
They
terrible.
destroyed those bathrooms.
so basically, we have a basement area where our studio is, like our sound studio, and there are private restrooms down there with locking doors.
Nice.
For the whole building, and if you time it right and you don't catch anybody having sex in there, you can like take a growler for like 10 minutes and it feels great.
Have you ever caught someone having sex in
Multiple times.
Did you beat the Grizz?
there? Did you ever have sex in there?
That was a real growler. Uh-oh. I broke Sean.
I unleashed the beast, that's for sure. I beat that Grizz.
It was blue and hairy.
I felt something come thundering down the plane,
Oh, did you
and a
get that?
bison burst from my butthole.
This is not poop related at all.
I
No,
don't
it's
even.
douche related.
Oh no. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Did you guys listen to that Mr. Fantastic is a douche thing I sent you?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
I squealed a little bit. I'll lie. All right, so
I think that might just.
Yeah, let's
end it.
pinch this one off.
this has been a solid brown episode. God, we are knee deep in shit.
We'll try and keep it classy next time.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully next time our filter will be back.
Yeah.
Eric, God, please, we can't live without
If you don't, it may step into this disgusting territory.
It's
again.
to be all poo, all podcast,
We'll have to
all,
wade through
all
it.
week.
So yeah. Oh.
All right. Well, we love you very much. John, take us out of this horrible fecal debacle we've gotten ourselves into.
If you want to tell us your escapades wading knee deep through shit, you can tweet them to myself at pretty_sketchy. That's on the Twitters. And you can check out my pretty pictures of poop wrapping around toilet bowls at kinda_sketchy on Instagram if you want. Sean, you got any sweet pictures or?
Yeah. Sometimes I got some pretty polished turds up on my Dribble account, dribble.com/inkstatic, and sometimes I like to tell poop jokes on Twitter, twitter.com/inkstatic, INKSTATIC. Wes?
Yeah, I like to fart around on the Twitters as well. You can find me at Weskeydeen, which is WHESKEYDEAN. And go plug yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. That's cut. We fail at beatboxing.